All right, this is Stephen Wachowski from Christian Music Network, and we're here with Paul and Mary Good. So how are you doing?
Well, we're doing really well.
Good, awesome. Cool. So,
we want to say we're doing good, but that's just...
Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah. The goods are doing good.
That's
awesome.
Right.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah. So, tell me about yourselves.
Yeah, well, I told Mary she could go first on this one. So
okay.
Well, I don't know. We say, what do we do? Well, I drive school bus, but I'm Paul's wife, and we have 4 boys that are grown, and we have 10 grandchildren, and
wow.
keep us busy. And but I don't like to say that we're busy. We live a full life, and take every opportunity we can to do what God's calling us to do.
That's right. Yeah. And of course I have 4 boys as well.
There you go.
In terms of music, I grew up with music in the family. I started 4 years old, 5 years old. My parents were giving me piano lessons, and 10 years old, I had guitar lessons, and in high school, I had voice lessons, and and then been doing music all my life, really. My brothers and I, back in the 80s, we had a band together, and in the 90s, I was playing in a local gospel bluegrass group, and then 99, we started a group with our sons, and did that until about 2005, and over the next 7 years or so, we gradually transitioned into what we do now. And we started this in about 2012. And so, yeah, and it's been interesting. So been leading worship a long time, led worship as a lay worship leader at a church. And then, and now we connect with a few different churches leading worship. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I give a message as well. The music message. So yeah, that's who we are.
Good. Yeah. So you're also involved with ACT. So international. So tell me about that.
Yeah. So it's called Artists in Christian Testimony, ACT International, and they really specify. You want to say ACT. It's A.C.T. International. You look it up online, because if you just look up ACT International, it'll take you somewhere else. But that's an organization, a mission organization for artists. And one of the things that people love is it gives you a 501c3. Doing what we do, it makes it hard for us to be a 501c3, because the IRS would look at us selling CDs for profit, and so that's one of the big things. They help develop your ministry, so I thought we had a good mission statement when we started, and then we joined up with ACT, and I had to shrink it down. I think I cut it. It was probably, I had to cut 2/3 of the words out of it,
Okay.
So they helped us develop our ministry a lot, and then depending where we go, it gives us a point of connection, and people like to know that you're connected with a bigger organization than just by yourself. And so yeah, it's a good group of people to be involved with.
Cool. So what's the first song are you going to share with us?
Well, so we have, we don't write many songs. We're not really songwriters, we do have one tonight that we'll do that's an original. The first one that we're going to do is an original with a friend of ours. And so it's just a song that talks about worship and asking God to teach us to worship. And this friend, I was working with her 20 years ago, and I found out that she wrote songs, and I said, oh, give me a couple of those songs, show me what you do. And so she gave us this song 20 years ago and said, here, use it however you want. And we've got some good mileage out of it, you know, so
Okay,
Right.
cool.
it's a great song. So teach my heart to worship you. You want us to just go ahead and do it?
Yes, yes, yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Teach my heart to worship you, created me a new song of praise, and fill me with praise. Teach my heart to give thanks to you. Help me have all the blessings that you give, and fill me with praise. Sometimes I forget that your spirit lives in me, and that you've given me everything I need. Help me, Lord, to yield to your gentle holiness that you placed in me. Teach me all my needs, fill me with you. Teach my eyes to see your truth. Everywhere I turn, let me see what you can see, and open my eyes. Teach my ears to hear your voice in the silence of my heart, and what sometimes I forget that your spirit lives in me, that you've given me everything I need. Help me, Lord, to yield to your gentle holiness that you placed in me. Teach me all I need, fill me with you. Fill me with you, more of you, more of you. Fill me with you.
Awesome. Good. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So what's the next song you were going to share?
Yeah, well, we have a hymn that we want to do, and there's a lot of hymns that people are taking and writing a chorus to them, or writing a bridge or something like that. And so the hymn is public domain, so we're just going to do the hymn
Okay.
for you. Come thou fount of every blessing. But before I do that, could I talk a little bit about my tuning and stuff, like, do a little tech talk here?
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been years ago, I came up with I custom made my own string set. I was buying strings bulk, the different gauges that I needed. And then I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I found the the D'Addario strings. That the gauge was really close to what I wanted, and it just so happens that this is a they call it a bluegrass acoustic guitar set, and don't really use them because they're a bluegrass set. But and then the strings I'm playing now is by D'Addario, and they say never fade away. So they're coated with something, and so I'm trying that set. And then I really like the drop D tuning. So I'll just come a little closer here so you can see it.
Cool.
So if I was playing normal, my capo here would be on this way. But I like doing this so I can get the drop D here. So I'm playing with two capos, and that gives me my normal G chord, but then for the D, it gives me a drop D, which is a lot cooler. And then the other thing that I'm doing, I was listening to one of the songwriters, the contemporary songwriters, and they said that they down tune a lot, and that gives you a different sound on your guitar. There's not as much tension, so it gives it a warmer sound instead of a brighter sound. And so I decided to try that. So I'm actually tuned down a half step, and then you'll see I play with a capo on the first fret to bring me up to pitch. So that's a little bit of tech talk there.
Cool.
And then actually on this song, I'm gonna tune down. I'm gonna detune my guitar here, kind of. You get me that low D,
And we have a large amount of songs that we do, and hymns are a small part of that. We have opportunity to go down to the boardwalk in Ocean Grove, and they like the hymns down there. So we have learned a lot of hymns from down there. And yeah, we just enjoy doing some hymns too.
Yeah. So I like this song. Kind of the backstory of the song is the guy that wrote it. The way he became a Christian was he went to hear a pastor to give him a hard time, and by going to that service, he became Christian and ended up becoming a pastor himself, and wrote the song "Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing." And then, in the course of life, he fell away from the Lord, and I believe this was actually published in a hymn book. And so he was getting off of a bus one time, and he saw a lady sitting reading a book, and he said, "Oh, what are you reading?" And she was reading the lyrics to his song.
Wow.
Yeah. And so what I appreciate about the song is it speaks to the heart issue that we all deal with, to walk close with God. And we struggle with temptation in so many ways, and so it's a song that just invites God to come and tune our hearts to be the heart that he would want us to have. So come thou fount of every blessing. Come thou fount of every blessing, take my heart to sing thy praise. Streams of mercy never ceasing, all for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, some by flaming tongues above. Praise the mountain, fixed upon it, Mount of God, redeeming love. I was lost in utter darkness till you came and rescued me. I was bound by all my sin, when your love came and set me free. Now my soul can sing a new song. Now my heart has found a home. Now your grace is always with me, and now be alone. On grace, how great a dew. Daily I come straight to thee, let thy goodness like a feather bind my wandering heart to thee. From to wander, Lord, I may away, from to thee, the God I love. Here's my heart, take and seal it, seal it for thy. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above. Here's my heart, take and seal it for thy courts above.
Great, good, awesome. So what's the next song are you going to share?
So this is a song that comes from Psalm 139, and that string that's too high there. Let's see, all right. It's a song that comes from Psalm 139, and they told us a couple years ago. Some people told us if you want to write songs, open the Bible and just write scripture, and so we took a weekend and set some time aside to write songs. And this is one of the songs that came out of that weekend. And so Psalm 139, asking God again to search our hearts. And, we can't run from his presence. He sees us, he knows us as we are. And that's very comforting, and in this time that we live in, a lot of people are looking for hope. And to know that God knows who we are, he wants to walk with us and walk us through all the trials of life. There's something very comforting and satisfying about that. So this song is just called My Heart. And I'm going to have to make sure I have my guitar in tune to do that. So. Speak your word in my heart, I want to know you more. Teach my wandering heart to only you adore. You know my thoughts and my words before I say them. That you love me, Lord, is more than I can bear. Lord, lead me in your presence, I want to seek your face. Teach me how to bow before your throne. I humbly come before you to worship you alone. Lord, change my heart, I am one of your own. Where can I go that I can run from your presence? Where I know your love would still find me there. In darkest night, light still shines all around you. And you comfort me beyond compare. Lord, lead me in your presence, I want to seek your face. Teach me how to bow before your throne. I humbly come before you to worship you alone. Lord, change my heart, I am one of your own. I praise you, Lord, because I know that you made me. Every day I live was meant for me to see. You saw holy way. My life is formed in secret. Oh God, how precious are your thoughts to me. Let me be in your presence. I want to seek your face. Teach me how to bow before your throne. I humbly come before you to worship you alone. Lord, change my heart, I am one of your own. Lord, make me in your presence. I want to seek your face. Teach me how to bow before your throne. I humbly come before you to worship you alone. Lord, change my heart, I am one of your own. Lord, change my heart, change my heart, change my heart. I am one of your own.
Great, wonderful, awesome, cool. So, where can we get your music?
Well, mostly our music is on our website. And I don't know if you have the capability to do a little tagline under the video, but here we'll do it like this. This is our
Yeah. Okay.
pmgharmony.com, so pmgharmony.com. That's our website. People can go there, and we have some of our music up there. If they want a CD, we do have some CDs that you can call us and we'll send a CD to. We have a couple on YouTube, a couple videos that we've done. So
Good. Yeah, I'll just put that on the description. So, yep.
yeah, Facebook, we're on Facebook too.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and also Reverb Nation too. So, yep. So, cool.
Yeah.
So, how can we contact you?
Well, you can on our website. There's there's a phone number you can call. You can contact us on Facebook, or our phone number 267-377-5651. That's my phone number. You can give me a call there. So, and if I happen to be doing something noisy at the time, just let a message and I'll get back to you. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
Yes. So, what are your concerts like?
What are our concerts like?
Yes.
Well, they are, they're really varied, so we very seldom get to do a concert, last year we were doing 5 rescue mission chapels a month, and that involved some music, so if we do a half-hour rescue mission, it's about 15 minutes of music and about a 15-minute message. And then if we do an hour, it's about 40 minutes of music and about a 20-minute message. So when we do concerts, we really try to tap into some of the contemporary songs that are out there, and then we reach into our country background of bluegrass and
some Southern gospel in there.
And so we try to mix it up and connect with as many people as we can,
Yeah, great, good. What advice do you have for musicians?
What advice do I have for musicians? Now it depends if you're a musician who is just going to play an instrument, or if you have if you have a musician that's going to sing. I would say, practice your craft. So, your instrument is a craft, but don't forget about the vocals. Practice some vocals. There's a lot of good stuff online, about how to improve your voice and stuff. There's a lot of good voice teachers around. And then that's one. And then another one would be don't forget the people. You know, it's so easy to just be focused on our music, and we want to promote our music, you know, and get out there and play concerts and everything like that. But it's really about relationship, you know, and there's times where you may connect with somebody and never get to do a concert for them, you know, but there's needs that people have, you know, and you know, I mean, there's, you know, Steve, you have, I think it's a meeting happening somewhere every Saturday, right?
Yeah, yeah.
People to connect, you know, and as musicians, there are times where we get so busy, you know, I mean, you're like the foundation there for a lot of people in the area, you know, and you're there
Yes, yes.
by yourself sometimes, you know, and you know, but then, you know, there's times I think maybe I've come out to, you know, 5 or 6 of those breakfasts, you know, every day. And I appreciate, I have to say at those breakfasts, I appreciate the prayer time that we have together, you know, and that kind of thing, you know, just hearing where people are at and praying together meets a need that you can't always do from the stage, you know.
Yep.
So I would say, you know, in all the music that we want to do, and you know, it's so easy to be about ourselves and to be self-focused on ourselves, to care about other people and care about the needs that they have. And take time to pray for them, you know.
Yep.
We're doing gospel music, and the gospel is all about caring about people, you know. So
Yeah, and that's why I started the meetings is because of accountability. You know, yeah, and I know, and I mean, I've been working with musicians for a long time, and it's just like, you know, you find out that something happened to somebody, and just like, and they're not Christians, and just like, you know, yeah, and it's just there's needs to be an accountability too.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, I mean, there's times when I'll be driving, I'll be working, you know, I mean, I do some work in a shop, do some woodworking, and I do some over the road driving. And there's times where somebody's name will come across my mind, and, you know, and I'll pull up their contact and give them a call and try and connect and see how they're doing, you know. And I think we need to be sensitive to the Spirit leading us like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Cool.
And I mean, in terms of caring for people, Mary just is so much better at it than me.
Oh, I don't know, you've learned.
I think I'm the best, I think, you know? So.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Any last words?
Yeah, I just wanted to share our vision statement and our mission statement. You know, we say our vision statement is, you know, I'm you know, I have the music, and then I have the woodworking that happens, you know, and I was in my shop one day trying to think of a vision statement, and I came up with the term gospel dust, you know, and you think about dust, it just gets everywhere and gets into cracks and stuff, you know. And so as we go out, we want the gospel to be like that, to get into places, you know. And so we say we want to leave a trail of gospel dust that deepens passion for and strengthens relationship with our Heavenly Father. That's our vision. And then our mission statement is to connect with local churches and communities through song, prayer, and worship, and proclaim God's kingdom through today's stories of grace, mercy, and love. That's our mission.
Cool. Awesome. All right.
If people are looking and on a bigger screen than what we have here, we actually took the words from our mission statement and put them back here. And so,
okay.
Connect with local churches and communities through song, prayer, and worship, and proclaim God's kingdom through today's stories of grace, mercy, and love. So
awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for coming on, and I'll see you soon.
Right, yeah, thank you, Steve.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. Okay.
Yep,
bye.
Bye.